So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air, and what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Pinches it off him. Anderson running with intent. It's been slipped through. Thuram! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Thuram! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Bellingham. Aimed beyond the defence. That's a shade optimistic. Van der Vaart. Here's Tchouaméni. And it's Bellingham. Hakimi. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Oh, super ball! So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Anderson tries to pass it through. That has not gone well. Potw, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Engages and forces him off the ball. Knocks it into space. Look at the space. Decent chance! He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. Potw present their opponents with the best possible chance here. This to make it 1-0. He scores for sure! Not a twitch, not a blink.
Yeah, the keeper was trying to make him think that he was going to dive one way here. Could have just held a little longer.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Koundé. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Potw are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Oh, easy pickings there. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
DiMarco. And here's Vinicius Junior. Tries to play it through. Olise. João Neves. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it. Look, they're prepared to be quite physical to contain any danger that might come their way.
João Neves. João Neves was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now that is a little undercooked. Bellingham. Mbappe stood up well to him there. Thuram. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Tchouaméni, and it's Bellingham. And here's Thuram. Mbappe. Anderson. That's a cute ball. Upamecano cuts out the pass.
Potw truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Nice sequence of passes, this. Chance for a shot! Oh, good finish! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Potw restore parity.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And they're back on the ball again.
Foram indicados 2
Where it came
minutos de
from.
acréscimo.
Great vision. Chouameni. Elise. And the counter is on. This is a promising build-up. And we've reached half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Well, they've gone toe-to-toe for those 45 minutes, and at half-time the score is 1-1.
Senhoras e senhores, pedimos a colaboração para nosso fundo de caridade global.
Second period then underway. That pass isn't the best. It's a searching pass.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And it's Bellingham. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. That's a lovely, delicate pass. And that was asking for too much. Chouameni. Now Van de Ven. Upamecano. It's Bellingham. And the referee's awarded a free kick. Upamecano. Saliba. Now it's Mbappe. And here's Thuram. And a chance! Goal! Potw! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Thuram didn't quite work for him. Thuram under intense pressure.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Chouameni. That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He has a look up. Bellingham. Now Anderson. He came in hard, very hard. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Nicely shaped ball. Nicely worked. It's gone all the way through to the keeper.
Kong and Hanoi really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
João Neves. Chouameni. Nice looking ball. Oh, that's clever. Koundé. And here's the chance to counter. João Neves. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Can he get on the end of this? Anderson. Saliba promptly onto that, and that is that. Koundé. Good play on the left-hand side here. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Olise. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Looking for the run. That pass has been well intercepted. Not the most accurate pass. And here's Mbappe.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Koundé. Thuram going after that. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And he's going to have his name taken.
Substituição no time do Botafogo.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Camisa 10.
Chouameni.
Camisa 13. Camisa 9.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now, he's got space here. He can run onto that. He's picked his way through. Doué. He's had a shot! And that's a tiny finish. And surely that does it! Perfect time, decisive strike. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Botafogo have surely won it, or so you would think.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Time added on will be 2 minutes. Yildiz! And that's in! Drama at the death! Is there... Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. So the winners, bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort, fall behind. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So straight into the action. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
The fella you're looking at, Peter, Ashraf Hakimi.
Vinicius Junior! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Kong and Hanoi with another corner. It's their second corner of the game. And the shot! He scored! So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And it's Rabiot. Now it's Bellingham. Oh, Red, nice interception. Upamecano. And it's Bellingham. Rabiot. Shot a goal! And that's in! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, and the analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch. Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Bellingham. He's having a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Upamecano. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. Now it's Bellingham. Bellingham, and the finish! Goal! And again they hit the front. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Kong and Hanoi are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Can he get it through? Takes a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Upamecano.
Potw really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Bellingham. Bellingham charging forward, the ball at his feet. Space for him to turn and look. And he's got his cross in.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Kong and Hanoi have got it back, and they'll have another go. And instinct, he leaps for it! And it's in! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Broad smiles all round. It is indeed a fine, fine header.
Well, I don't think he could have asked for a better ball in there, Peter. All he had to do was get in position.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Now it's Thuram. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And here's Rabiot. Oh, that's a key interception. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. In with the challenge. And he has been fouled there. Rabiot. Threads one in. Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Bellingham. And he shoots! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Bellingham is offering a wry smile there.
Corner number 3 coming up. Impressive jump! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Anderson actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Kong and Hanoi get their 4th corner. Punched away. Anderson, out towards the flank. DiMarco, delivered across. Terrific effort! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Romero. He's gone forward. Chouameni. It's Bellingham. That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Looking for a run-up. Vinicius Junior receives it in a good position here. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Romero. Chouameni. Rabiot. Looking to play him in. Shoots! And that marks a high-octane end to the first half. Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second.
Substituição no time do Botafogo. Camisa 5. Vai ser
So, into the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Oh, good climb! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. Utterly unsophisticated, but... And that's it. And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So straight into the action. I have to say that was an great chance! Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, I've been hugely impressed with what I've seen so far from this guy, Jude Bellingham. You don't become a regular at one of Europe's leading teams at 17 unless you're very, very special. And he's the epitome of, if you're good enough, you're old enough.
Yeah, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. That's a cute ball. And he's intervened well there. It's not an especially good pass, that. Bellingham. Anderson. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Potw have got it back and they'll have another go. Thuram is onto this, and it's Hakimi. So Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
João Neves chooses to go cross-field, so it is still 0-0. Knocks it into space. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all.
Thuram clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. There's a sharp little ball here. Hakimi. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Nuno Mendes. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Bellingham. Tchouaméni calmly anticipates. Nuno Mendes. Tchouaméni. Van Dijk promptly onto that, and that is that. Hakimi. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. This looks promising. Bellingham. Ah, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Bellingham really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Bellingham. Ambitious ball here. Upamecano gets over and intercepts. Saliba. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Tries to play it through. Van Dijk. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nuno Mendes. That is ended up in no man's land. Thuram was only too happy to help out in defence.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
João Neves. And it's Mendes. That is good progress on the left. Looking to play him in. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And that signals the end of the first period. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Reflections on the first half?
Solid, very solid, actually, Peter. They haven't made much of an impression at the other end, but defensively I think they've got an awful lot right, completely nullifying their opponents. Now they just need to focus on getting a little more creative.
Well, generally speaking, an entertaining half. Lack of goals a notable thing, but that's not to say it hasn't been very watchable. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Potw are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Bellingham. Kong and Hanoi can't breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Mbappe! Oh, that is really good tenacity.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Oh, great leap! Oh, split-second reaction.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And here's Mbappe. Thuram tries a shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Thuram is offering a wry smile there.
Potw have their second corner now. Saliba with the clearance. Kong and Hanoi are looking to go forward now. Pass somewhat off target. Thuram being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Hakimi. Caicedo. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Just about up to the hour now. And here's Thuram. And they're quick to get it back. Big chance! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Vinicius Junior has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. There's the shot! Mbappe is magnificent! That It is a gem! An absolute gem! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Substituição no time do Botafogo.
So we have movement on both benches.
Camisa 7.
So we have the first goal.
Camisa 10.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc.,
Camisa 6.
they can still turn this round, I think.
25.
Real
Camisa
chance! Oh, good finish. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic. Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Oh, nicely intercepted. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Thang Nk clearly should have gone for the easier pass.
Header! Goal! Potw! Into the lead once more. That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Potw leading now. DiMarco.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Chance! It's a goal! A two-goal lead and they're firmly in control. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
And things are much healthier.
Shapes to shoot! And that really should have been that.
Well, his movement has certainly picked up. He's got that decisive goal on his mind.
Botafogo have their third corner. Rice plays it short. Quality ball. And now they can spring out of defence. Hernandez has it out wide and oh, he has stuck it into his own net!
I don't think he knew too much about it, Peter. It comes off him awkwardly.
And that's it. And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.